now you got teenagers nine that are now going to your site
who are seeing a completely different side of Mrs. Ruziscka.
What do you say?
I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. And I'm very broken because I feel like the nearly 3 decades of work that I put in to those students in the classroom and building the reputation that I built as such an exemplary teacher was just gone. That's all I was going to be remembered for anymore.
And not only that, even your kids who have kids.
Correct.
The stain. I'm surprised that, and I know it takes a lot to come here and share this story, and I'm really pleased that you did that. You're clearing the air on what's going on and showing that beast mindset that you got. But I also heard the thing that bugs you the most is you're going to always be remembered, even with your grandkids, as the woman who tried to save her family. This is what it resulted to, and this is the aftermath that happened.
Sure. I mean, as somebody I was so inactive on social media, being a teacher, like that was just what we were preached. I mean, there were plenty of teachers who were active on social media and sometimes in irresponsible ways, posting things or saying things that they shouldn't, getting in trouble for that kind of stuff. But me, I was very inactive because, one, it takes way too much time. It really does. You know, people get lost in the scroll, and I didn't have time for that. And then 2, because I knew I just didn't want any window into my personal life. I wanted to be very private. I didn't want people into that side of me, you know, my personal life. And to be honest, I really didn't have great things to share anyway with everything that was going on at home. But it's interesting that, like, I go from no knowledge, no real use or understanding of social media to a complete 180 where I am out there with some of the worst content that you could ever put out there on a platform. And now it's all over the place.
Talk about your family, your children, because at the end of the day, you did this to save your children, to save your home. How were their state of mind? How did they deal with this?
It was devastating. I mean, it was devastating because they saw content that they should never have to see, you know, of their own mother. And the humiliation that they experienced because, you know, that's what I became known as, you know, that's oh yeah, that's so-and-so. Yeah. Her mom's on OnlyFans. I mean, that's how she became known. You know, there was obviously even some concern about people getting a misunderstanding of my daughter, and the kind of like just what kind of a person she was. Is she somebody who's out there like her mother? You know, somebody who's going to go and exploit herself, or is, you know, very sexually active, and that couldn't have been further from the truth. So I mean, as much as I damaged my reputation, I damaged my kids. Even I wouldn't maybe go so far as to say even more, but that damage, that damage, it's hard because that damage is definitely, to me as a parent, as a mom, it's been hard because I truly find it unforgivable. You know, it's something that I will never be able to make up for. I can't. Like you said, what's out there is out there, and it's out there forever. And I will never be able to retract that. I will never be able to undo the damage that was done as a result of that. And as they grow up and have their own families, and then those kids, and you know, it's out there forever. So that's what the naivety of social media, and my naivety about social media. I'm certainly well aware of just how powerful social media is now. And unfortunately, it comes at a major cost. That's my kids.